welcome back to my channel. We're doing another Color Yap, so a chill life update chit chat vlog. I've only got one page left in this coloring book that we were working in last time, so I do want to give you guys a little coloring book tour. I'm just going to show you guys all of the pages that I've done because I feel like I've progressed in my skills. My marker collection has also progressed. When I like something, I like it a lot. So anywho, let's get into the little coloring book tour. So yeah, this is the page that we're going to be coloring today. A cute little bun bun. If you're sitting down to do a little craft with me, grab a cozy drink or a yummy drink and let's get crafting. So this is my last week in the apartment alone. Ryan has been gone for a long time now. He's coming back in 7 days, literally 7 days from now. So I'm very, very excited. I'm definitely looking forward to having him home again. But it's actually been kind of fun to try living on my own for the first time. I think partly it is a little bit more fun just because I know he's coming back. Like, I know that it's not always going to be like this. And so, like, I'm like, what all can I do? Like, what all do I want to experience on my own without him here? So it's been fun. I feel like I'm going through this like phase of my life where I'm starting to decentralize everybody else's needs, because that's how I lived for so long. And I just feel like that's just really not how I want to live anymore. It's exhausting to constantly think about what everybody else needs versus like what's my opinion about it? What is my belief about things? So it's been a little bit interesting, but and for anybody that's like gone through something similar, I'm sure that you can relate to this where like it almost feels like I'm grieving myself, like a version of myself. It feels kind of like I'm letting go of that part of me that did her damnedest to keep me safe, and she did get me to where I'm at now. But it's like those things that once kept me safe are now limiting, and I have to accept that a lot of the way that I was living isn't going to fit where I'm going. And that makes me a little like bittersweet. I feel like I have to let go of a significant part of my journey, which like I'll always hold it, but I don't have to grip it. Girl, I don't know. But anyways, I just feel like right now I'm making a lot of changes, and creating more space and room for me to decide what I want out of my life. It's very, very interesting. I definitely feel a lot more free, but it's still a little scary sometimes. I've been letting go of some connections that haven't resonated with me in a long time. I've been creating space for me to like do the things that I want to do. And I'm so proud of myself for working my ass off to get to this place mentally, because it has been a long time coming. Also, I feel like I'm in my Saturn return right now, and I feel like that has like really impacted the changes that have gone on in my life this year. It's been crazy, but much needed. Much, much needed. I had this experience like a week ago where I noticed that I was moving a little bit slower since my husband left. Like, I was taking my time a little bit more to like do things um and just kind of like being in the present moment a little bit more. It was like it came to me a little bit easier. And normally my OCD would grab a hold of something like that and be like, oh, so you're unhappy in your marriage. Oh, so you're in an abusive relationship. Oh, so you don't feel like, and so on and so forth. But I was like, I was taking a shower and I was like, oh, I noticed that like I'm moving a little bit slower. I noticed that I'm being more mindful since he left. And I had a thought that went something like, oh, that's bad. What does that mean? Like, you need to look at that a little bit deeper because you might be missing something pretty significant. And I was like, or I don't have to figure it out. Or it means something and I don't care that it means something. Which is crazy to me. Just the fact that like mentally I have gained the ability to recognize something, hear the pattern start, and not engage. Like I have the choice to engage or not now. And that is literally life-changing. Literally life-changing. I definitely feel like medication and consistent work in therapy has been so incredibly beneficial and life-changing for me. And I do kind of wonder if I had done this at a different stage in my life, if it would have been like this for me. I kind of feel like it wouldn't have. I think that I've done a lot of prep work leading up to being ready to start therapy that kind of like opened the door for that path to be very beneficial for me. A few days ago, I dyed my hair. I so I've been using Arctic Fox, which is a semi-permanent hair dye, very bright, vibrant, and I've been using Virgin Pink, and I decided, because it was fading very quickly, like semi-permanents do, I decided to use Ion Brights, which I have used in the past. I have used magenta in the past, and so that's what I bought. And I put it on my hair. I was like, okay, it's taking a while to develop, which I have noticed a lot with permanent hair dyes as of like the past 5 years. It's been like weird. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like hair dye has changed. And it's like it doesn't come together correctly. I don't know how to describe it, but I did it. I washed it out, and magenta wear. Like, hello? There's no magenta in my hair. So I think I am going to be continuing to use the Arctic Fox, which is totally fine. But I was like, what the hell? So maybe don't use the Ion Brights because their formula really sucks. It used to be really great. It used to be my favorite. But not anymore. It's been raining all day today and all last night, so it's been really nice to have my windows open, because it's been so fucking hot lately in Utah. It's like my favorite weather to have thunderstorms and rain and whatever. Yeah, I think at some point I am going to do a story time about it, but there are some relationships, or rather just one relationship, that I have recently decided to let go of, and it's been a long time coming, like years in the making. But I've just been a little bit too afraid to let it go. But I think it's very needed, and I'm extremely proud of myself for finally getting to the point where I could let it go. I do feel bad that it took me so long. Like, it probably should have happened sooner. But I was just too afraid. It's scary to go through a friendship breakup. But I think it's a little bit fresh right now, so no story time yet, but I'll definitely share my perspective on friendship breakups and whatnot. Another thing that I've been doing while my husband is gone is deep cleaning the fuck out of my apartment. It has never been so clean before, except for like when we moved in. So it's been really, really nice. I love it. One thing that I did that I highly suggest everybody does is I bought a Swiffer Power Mop. They are really awesome for daily cleaning. I have always been like mopping. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I like rarely ever mopped before this past like few weeks. Like, no, I'm not kidding. Like maybe twice a year, maybe if I was feeling good. Because it's such a big task for me mentally. Because I have to like move everything, and I have to fill the mop bucket and get the water hot, and then it's like it's a loud process, and I feel self-conscious that I'm going to be too loud for my neighbors, and like it's like a whole thing. I have an O-Cedar mop, and it's great. I love it, but it's a whole fucking thing. And so I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I want to live in a clean home, and I would love for it to not be this huge fucking deal every time I do it. So I bought a Swiffer Power Mop, and I have loved it so much. I also bought a robot vacuum / mop, and unfortunately, I suck at like researching things. Well, I just don't have the patience to research things. So when I bought it, I thought I was getting a machine that like maps your apartment, that you can like program to go to specific areas, and I did not. I bought one that goes into random areas, and so he just kind of like spins around, going from area to area. He mops constantly, so you can't like turn off the water. So he mops my carpet, which isn't that big of a deal because it's not like a lot of water coming out. It's just kind of like, oh, so what are you doing? Also, because he's not mapping anything, he just kind of like bumps into things until he finds his way. And sometimes he gets stuck. And by sometimes, I mean several times. So it's not really this thing that I can just like turn on and walk away and leave, like, and just like chill. Like I can, but I also have to be paying attention to like if I hear him screaming for help. So I don't know. I honestly might return it, but we'll see. I'm trying to like give it some chances. But it was only $100, so understandable that like it would only do that much. But I will say I have enjoyed like the fact that I don't have as many crumbs on the ground. It does a good job of vacuuming and sweeping things up. I think it's just the navigating that makes it an issue. And since it is random, it only really cleans like 80% of your flooring, because sometimes he'll just go over the same spots. And I'm like, stop. But if this one doesn't work out, I'm going to return it, and I am going to get one that does map. I'll just probably have to save up for a little bit because they're expensive. But I feel like it would be worth it because, you know what? Sometimes sweeping is hard. And sometimes it hurts my back a lot, and I don't want to deal with that. So why not make life easier on me? If I can save up and afford it, why not? But yeah, I've been mopping every day, like little sections, or just like, I don't have like that many spaces that are hardwood floor. 2 of my bedrooms are carpeted, and then I have some area rugs. So there's only like so much, it's not even hardwood. It's like the plasticky wood, the fake wood. It looks nice, but it's fake. Anyways, so I only have so much of that, so it's like really not a big deal when I have the Swiffer mop. But before, when I had to like do the whole fucking mop bucket shit, it was just like this whole daunting task. So it's been nice. My apartment is spotless and it smells a lot better. And I love it. It's so nice. I've been also decluttering a lot. Okay, I thought there was a bug on my leg. I've been decluttering a lot, and part of that is like I went through all of my bathrooms to like take everything out from underneath the sink, and I am not exaggerating. I had 3 full trash bags of what? Like, what was I even holding on to? Like, it wasn't stuff that I could donate either. It was just fucking trash. Like, I was shocked. So I feel like my apartment is feeling a little bit more lighter. My next task is going to be to go underneath my bed and then my husband's bed, so that I can like organize things, because it's just, I feel like I'm holding on to so much stuff and bullshit that just like doesn't fucking matter, that it's like, I don't know, it's a lot of stuck energy, a lot of stuffiness going on, and I do not vibe with that. I've had like a little moth infestation too in my apartment, and recently I went into my husband's closet to like clean it up a little bit, and I looked up at the top shelf, and there are a bunch of like old stuffed animals that I was like holding on to for when I had space to hold stuffed animals. Like, and I saw a moth come out from that area and I was like, ew, gross. And so I killed it. But then, and I'm talking like little baby moths. These are not like big moths. I would be having a heart attack and like, sorry, no, I don't do moths. They're like really scary and erratic. Anyways, so I noticed the moth, and so I like pulled down one of the stuffed animals and I noticed a few more, and so I was like, oh God, I think this is it. I think this is their home. This is what they've been feasting on to stay alive. And I pulled down this giant blue elephant stuffed animal, like huge. And moths came flying out into my face, and the scream I scrumped was loud. It was very intense. I was terrified. I got out of there, but I immediately like bagged all of them up and I was like, I don't even care about these anymore. We're done. I'm not even going to donate these because who knows what kind of like eggs are in these. I don't know. Do moths lay eggs? How do they fucking rebirth? How do they? Okay. Anyways, I was very concerned and I threw them all away. And I'm glad that I did. No regrets. But that is another thing that I want to do before Ryan gets home is clean the hell out of his bedroom. Because like his stuff is whatever. I'm probably not going to do anything with it. But I have a bunch of art supplies and crafting stuff in that room. That is just like atrocious. It's just such a mess and it's so disorganized. And I would like to own stuff that I take pride in and take pride in the stuff that I own. So I'm going to go through it all, and whatever I don't like or resonate with, I'm just going to either donate or see like if any of my crafty friends want them. I've been feeling a little bit bad lately because I haven't been streaming on Twitch as much, or like at all. And I just feel I feel like at this point I'm just like stressing myself out over it. Like it's supposed to be fun, but I just feel so uninspired to play video games. And then like I've thought about, well, I could just do a coloring stream and just hang out. But like, you know what? I don't even know what stops me. I literally don't even know. But then I get in this loop of like, people are subscribed. Like people paid a monthly thing to like support me, and I'm not showing up. I'm not doing my part. And so I feel like really bad. I feel really bad. I'm trying not to though, because I know that that's not going to do anything. I just need to like let myself not be pressured, like, or don't pressure myself. But it's hard, guys. Sometimes it's really hard. I just want to make good content and be consistent. But sometimes it's not the case. My younger sibling recently got me to start watching a yaoi. For those of you that don't know, it's basically just like gay anime. But this one is so well done. It's so beautiful. I'm not a huge anime person. Like I'll watch it if the storyline is good, but sometimes I just feel like anime is a little bit, it's just not my speed. But this one, it's called The Summer That Hiraku Died. Stop. It's so well done. Don't spoil anything for me if you are watching this and you love that show. Yeah, I started it. I'm on episode 5 right now, and it's so good. I also feel like the creator, like you can tell that the creator really put their body parts into it. Like, I don't know if it's a man or a woman or non-binary, but they put themselves into it. They put their soul into it. How would I just say that and not make it weird? I think I want to do a pink blanket, but do I want to do several kinds of pinks or just... Maybe I should make this blanket. Yes, that's what we're doing. Not this pink. I really want to play Minecraft again on stream, but my last experience with my hardcore world really just broke me and ripped me right out of the Minecraft craze. So I think I'm still recuperating from that loss because I literally put my whole life into my world, and I was murdered suddenly by a zombie on a horse with a spear. And since I play on Bedrock, there is no way for me to save my hardcore world, so I had to delete it. And then I just started playing in creative, which I think was really fun, and I like got hyper fixated on that. But then like, I don't know, it's just once my thing is like once you play hardcore, it's hard to feel satisfied in the achievements of anything less than hardcore. Not to like put other people down, but like for me personally, I just feel like, well, I could have done this in hardcore and it would have been that much more impressive. So I'm like, I don't know. I want to play again, but I know that the only way it's going to be long term for me is if it's in hardcore, and I don't know if I have it in my heart and soul to start that again. But I don't know. Now that I'm talking about it out loud, like I'm suddenly like I'm going to play Minecraft. So, who knows? Maybe I'll be playing Minecraft soon. But I do miss the feeling of like just hanging out and playing video games. I just haven't like felt the drive to do it because I either just don't want to or because I'm focused on this. So I gotta get out of my own way. Gotta get out of my own head. I think I want to do like a little design on this envelope. But what? Maybe just like polka dots. Should I do yellow polka dots? I'm scared. One thing that I have to like continuously remind myself to step away from mentally is the idea that the improvement that I'm seeing mentally is not going to last forever. That this is a very temporary, fluffy cloud in comparison to what I was going through. And that's the only reason that I'm feeling good. So it's been something that I have to like acknowledge, recognize, and just say, if that is the case, I'll address it when it happens. That has been, I think, the biggest change for me when it comes to my OCD. Like, having the ability to be okay, or rather to choose to be fine. Sometimes it's easier than other times. With the unknown. Like, that is the main fear, is what if, and what then, and how am I going to fix it, and whatever. So, I think that I'm making a lot of progress with that, but at the same time, like, it just depends on the topic. It depends on the severity of the trigger that I'm facing. I think for me, my two like biggest upsets are things to do with my husband, like relationship OCD, and somatic OCD, like noticing things about my body, the way that it moves, or like compulsively doing stuff with my body. I've talked about it like twice before, but the one that I struggle with the most is like my jaw and the placement of my mouth, and then like my tongue in my mouth, and like the way my throat feels when I swallow. Like, I have to do those natural things over and over and over again to for what? Like, I don't know. But yeah. Another big one is going like this and like pushing my skin like against my nail as hard as I can. And it's like this, I'm just like, and then there's no end. I've noticed, like, if I'm able to catch myself being like, and be mindful with when I'm doing that, my God, I've noticed that usually it's as a response to me trying to have a fake conversation in my head of like me having to defend myself, like fake confrontation, like where you're like, what if this person came up to me and then they were like, blah, 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 and, or whatever. And, but it's actually like real scenarios that I think about, like, what if it had gone this way? Or what would I have said if this person had said this instead of this? And what am I going to say if the situation hasn't happened yet? What am I going to do in this scenario? And like, I have to be fully prepared. And then I'll notice, like, it's usually like while I'm driving, like my mind just kind of wanders like that. And I'll notice that I'm like doing that, like at a stoplight or whatever. And I'm like, oh, so this is self-soothing. Or at least that's what it's trying to be. It's not, because it actually hurts. And there was like a chunk of time where I was doing it so much that my fingers were like, oh my God, they were begging for me to stop. Like, it hurt so bad. Yay! I think we're done. She's pretty cute. I think it could be better. I don't know. It's giving a little bit of an off vibe, but I'm proud. Yay! Second Color Yap in the books. Okay, that was weird. the way that anyways, okay. What is today? Okay. Well, yay! Thanks for spending another color and yap with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm going to be doing this once a month, so the first vlog of every month is going to be a color and yap. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that your crafting went well, or your chilling went well, or whatever you're doing. I'll see you at the next one. Bye!